are you? I just want to do a little quick video about a couple of things that have really excited me, and I thought I'd pass them on to you. I don't know if any of you managed to come to the space that that we did on Twitter the other night, on Thursday night, on some of the issues going on in schools with Robbie Travers and Taylor, and there's a small team of us basically that are going to be putting on regular spaces on Twitter every week, hopefully, talking about issues that are of interest to people in the gender critical kind of world. So do come and tune in and engage in the debate and put forward your opinions, because they're really interesting. But this is about a couple of really interesting resources. And the first one, which I'm absolutely, just when I saw it, I laughed myself stupid, because it's just so great and brilliant, and I really want to tell you about it because I want you to use it, and I want you to go and have a read of it. And my printer's just died on me, so I'm going to have to look at some of it off my laptop. So basically it's about the Bad Law Project, and I don't know if you're aware of them, but if you're not, you really should be, because they have been tackling a number of really important cases through lawfare. And they are a relationship of people from including Harry Miller from Aware Fair Cop, and you'll know him because I've talked about him before with regards to his incredibly important case, Miller v College of Policing, and in fact he had a bit of a even though he won that case quite some time ago, it wasn't actually implemented, and this related to non-crime hate incidents. But I did see a tweet yesterday where the policing minister has tonight confirmed that chief constables have been ordered to stop recording non-crime hate incidents following this important ruling that Harry managed to win for us, Miller v College of Policing, and that's all due to his activism, really. So anyway, the Bad Law Project is a relationship between a team. We've got Lawrence Fox, Harry Miller, Dr. Anna Lutfi, and Sarah Phillimore. And Anna and Sarah are both barristers. Anna is a barrister in the arena of employment equality and human rights law, and Sarah Phillimore you'll probably know much more keenly through her activism in the gender critical field, and she's involved in family law. So they have come up with this, they're fighting a number of different cases, but the relevance of this little chat is that they've written this incredible letter with regards to trying to help us lever the information out of schools regarding PHSE, RSE materials. And, I'm not entirely sure which one of them wrote it, or if it was a team effort or whatever, but I really, really want to go through it for you, because it just blows the doors off. And the reason it made me laugh so much, right, is because what they've done is they've addressed all of the things that come back from the schools, and that's why it made me laugh, because they've approached them right off the bat. And if, as an ex-chair of governors, if I received this letter, I have to say I'll just be going there's just there's no getting out of this jail. You're gonna have to cough up. It's literally brilliant. So the first thing that they do is they provide a short letter, and that's basically asking to see the information. So what they're saying is that they're writing to request copies of all the teaching materials, including lesson plans and resources, issued by the school's third-party organisations used in the RSA PHSE materials. So what I find happens in my experience is that the schools basically, you write a letter with a number of different points, they gaslight you, they don't answer your questions, and they basically will answer one or two or not answer them at all, and then very quickly they'll say, we've ended our communication process over this, we're not going to deal with it, we feel we've adequately answered all of your issues, and then they shut the door. So basically, this introductory short letter says, you know, please give us a breakdown of all the sex education content, they're reminded of their duties under the Freedom of Information Act 2002, that we can we can request to see all of these information. So this is your opening gambit, and you're testing the water at this point. So that's a good standard opening response. Safe in the knowledge that they're probably going to say no or write something ridiculous back. So then you download the second letter, the big long letter, and you do know I like long letters full of lots of different matters of law and detail, clarifying all the policy for them. And this is the part which I just absolutely loved, because in the first page we have summary of information on which I do not need clarification, and I'm laughing, I'm thinking, why did I just not think about doing that? It's so stupid that I just didn't. So basically they break it all down, and I'm not going to read you out the whole letter, but suffice to say, I just love it. I just love it, and I just want you to go and use it. It's sufficiently aggressive in that it is clearly written by one of the barristers. It gives these schools do not know the guidance. They don't know the matters of law. It's a brilliantly crafted bit of work. So basically they're saying here, could you provide me with the breakdown of the sex education components? Because they're reminded of that parents can have a right to withdraw from this aspect of the curriculum. But in this point too, the Department for Education's guidance states that pupils should be taught the facts and the law. And this word gender identity, which I go round and round the houses with, but this is the point at which, right, I actually hope that there's some civil servant somewhere hiding under their desk, right, because this word is where it went wrong. These three words, including, for example, right, because the inclusion of that word, of those three words, including for example, have literally sent the whole of England into total chaos and made parents' and children's lives worse just for those three words being included. Including, for example, and then gender identity, right? Because on the back of that, a whole cottage industry of nonsense has been built, and hundreds of thousands of pounds have been transacted based on a whole load of nonsense. And this is the fight that we're having just based on those words, including, for example, gender identity. So then he goes on, there's no UK law, there's no UK law governing this concept, no scientific consensus around the facts surrounding it. They're reminded about the Forstater, and they clarify the position on gender critical, but further they really embed it, and I absolutely love this. And then they go straight into, can you confirm that the school incorporates and includes gender critical beliefs in its PSHE curriculum and teaching, beliefs which are central to my own and other people's cultural values, and then gives loads of different examples. And then goes through the matters of the Education Act, which are vital, loads of different examples, blah de blah de blah, and then reminds them of the legal aspects. And the final bit is, it says, can the school confirm that it understands the legal clarifications listed above? And they've talked about Suella Braverman, the Attorney General's clarifications. But then similarly, the Freedom of Information Act parts, asking for the details, talks about the culture of secrecy, and then not only asks for copies of the information, but also who the actual providers are, and then for a detailed minuted meeting of the with the head teacher in order to go through all of the different facts. I love it. Thank you very much. go and download it, try it, let me know how you get on, because I'm really, really interested. I'm going to recommend it to a whole number of people and see how they go, because whilst I've been using all the different kind of components of this, I just love that it's all in one place, and it basically is about remember that schools do not like formal complaints, because that goes against them when Ofsted is inspecting them. So they always want to settle these matters, and that's why they always ask you to come in for a little one-to-one chat, because they want to be able to put this to bed without this going formal. But this letter is basically saying, to be clear, I want a detailed response to each of the above questions within 14 days, because that's another thing, they'll often just ignore you. And I'm considering taking legal advice on all of the above. Boom. So the other people that I want you to go and have a look at are Parents for Education. Now, they're a really interesting group of people who I know quite a few of them. And they've been developing this website. They are a really, really knowledgeable bunch of professionals, parents who have all taken direct action against their schools in this huge fight back. They have developed this website. They are open to support any parents. They're putting together loads of resources on this, so please go and have a look. Support their work. They're incredibly good. They've got sample letters. They signpost you to other organisations. If you need extra help, if you've got children affected, for example, I can't recommend them highly enough. So definitely go and take a look at them too. So that's it. Quick video. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Let me know how you get on with that, and what can I say? Great, fantastic. Have a good one.